The comparison trap. How social comparison steals joy. You're having a good day. Maybe a great day. You got a promotion, finished a project you're proud of, you're feeling genuinely happy. Then you open your phone. And you see that someone you went to school with just bought a house, or got engaged, or posted photos from a vacation you can't afford, or announced an achievement that makes yours feel small. And just like that, your good day is gone. Not because anything changed in your life, but because you measured it against someone else's. This is the comparison trap. And it's stealing more joy from more people than almost any other mental habit. Today, we're going to understand why your brain does this, what it's costing you, and how to escape. Why we compare. Let's understand why comparison is so automatic, because this isn't a character flaw, it's human wiring. In 1954, psychologist Leon Festinger proposed social comparison theory. His insight: humans have a fundamental drive to evaluate themselves, and without objective standards, we evaluate by comparing to others. This made evolutionary sense. In tribal environments, your relative standing determined access to resources, mates, and protection. Knowing where you ranked wasn't vanity, it was survival information. The problem: the brain designed for a tribe of 50 is now operating in a world of 5 billion visible people. Your ancestors compared themselves to people in their village. You compare yourself to the highlights of everyone on the internet. And here's what makes it worse. Comparison is automatic and often unconscious. Studies show this happens in milliseconds. We assess relative status faster than we can form a conscious thought. You can't stop the initial comparison from happening. What you can change is what happens next. The game is rigged. Here's something crucial. The comparison game is rigged. And not just slightly. It's rigged so badly that you cannot win. Let me show you how. First, you're comparing your insides to their outsides. You know your own fears, doubts, and failures. You experience every anxious thought, but you only see what others show you. The vacation photos, not the credit card debt. The promotion, not the stress and sacrifice. The happy couple posts, not the arguments. You're comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. Second, you're comparing your chapter 3 to someone's chapter 20. People are at different stages, with different starting points. Comparing your early career to someone's peak is meaningless. But your brain doesn't adjust for this, it just sees the gap. Third, you're running on a moving treadmill. You think if you just achieved that thing, you'd feel satisfied? But as soon as you do, the comparison target shifts. There's always someone with more. The goalposts move every time you score. Studies show bronze medalists are often happier than silver medalists. Silver compares up to gold. Bronze compares down to no medal. Fourth, comparison multiplies endlessly. You might be better in one area, but there's always someone better in another. More money, but less freedom. More success, but worse health. You can always find a dimension where you lose. Always. The game is designed so that no matter how much you achieve, you can feel inadequate. That's not a game worth playing. What comparison costs you? The cost is higher than most people realize. The first cost is joy in the present moment. Comparison is a thief that steals satisfaction from your actual life. You could be genuinely happy with your home until you see someone's bigger one. Genuinely proud of your work until you see someone's more impressive achievement. Comparison doesn't add anything. It just subtracts from what you already have. The second cost is authentic motivation. When you're driven by comparison, you're not pursuing what you actually want. You're pursuing what will make you look good relative to others. Comparison hijacks your goals and replaces them with someone else's. The third cost is relationships. Comparison breeds envy, and envy poisons connection. It's hard to be genuinely happy for a friend's success when you're measuring yourself against it. The people in your life become competitors instead of companions. The fourth cost is creativity and risk-taking. Comparison makes you play it safe. If you're constantly measuring yourself, you become afraid to try anything where you might not measure up. Comparison keeps you small. And the fifth cost is the most insidious. You miss your own life. While you're watching everyone else's journey, you're not fully present in yours. You become a spectator in your own existence, escaping the trap. You can't eliminate comparison entirely, it's too deeply wired, but you can change your relationship to it. Here are 5 strategies that actually work. Strategy 1: compare yourself to yourself. The only comparison that matters is you versus your past self. Are you growing? Are you better than you were last year? That's a comparison you can win, and one that actually motivates positive change. Strategy 2: curate your inputs ruthlessly. You become what you consume. Unfollow accounts that trigger unhealthy comparison. Follow people who inspire you toward your own path. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Strategy 3: practice gratitude with specificity. Generic gratitude doesn't counteract comparison, specific gratitude does. Don't just think I'm grateful for my life. Think I'm grateful for this specific conversation, this specific meal, this specific moment of peace. Strategy 4: get curious about envy. When you feel envy, instead of pushing it away, ask, what is this telling me about what I value? What do I actually want? Sometimes envy reveals a genuine desire worth pursuing. Either way, the information is valuable. Strategy 5: remember you're seeing a fraction. Every time you compare, remind yourself, you're seeing maybe 5% of this person's reality. You don't know their struggles, sacrifices, fears, or regrets. The comparison is between your full life and a carefully curated illusion. The deeper truth. Let me leave you with a deeper reframe that can change everything. Comparison assumes life is a single race with a single finish line, and everyone is running the same course, but that's not how it works. There is no universal scoreboard. There is no objective ranking of human lives. You are on your own path. Literally no one else has your exact combination of circumstances, experiences, abilities, and constraints. Comparing yourself to someone with a different path is like comparing a fish's climbing ability to a monkey's. It's meaningless. David Foster Wallace wrote, "Everything in my experience supports my belief that I am the center of the universe. But of course, so is everyone else." Everyone is the protagonist of their own story, and no one else is playing your game. Your only job is to live your life well, not better than someone else's, just well. When you fully grasp this, comparison loses its grip, not because you've suppressed it, but because you've seen through it. You're no longer trying to win a game that doesn't exist. So the next time you catch yourself comparing, and you will, try this. Pause, acknowledge what's happening. Say to yourself, I'm comparing again. Then ask, what would I do right now if no one else existed? If there was no one to measure myself against? What would actually make my life better? That's your answer. That's your path. That's the life that's actually yours to live. Stop watching everyone else's race and run your own. Because the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. And that's a comparison you can win every single day. Remember what Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy. Come back to this video in the future to reclaim your joy. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And if this video helped make some positive change for you, let me know in the comments.